We're now going to take a look at the statements of account for your clients. So we'll go to the client screen. You'll notice over here on the right there is an option for you to set up the frequency of billing or of sending out the statements. Now we have to define the difference between a statement and an invoice. An invoice refers to a specific charge. So on an invoice you will simply see what the charges are. At your option you can include anything that is past due. You can show the total amount that's been billed. You can show, if it's appropriate, how much is left in the contract yet to be billed. A statement will start off with a balance, then it will show you activities such as invoices, one or more, and it will show you payments that have been made specific to dates and so forth, and then it'll conclude with a balance due. Again, it's modifiable by you, and if you choose to print statements in a batch, then you would need to come in here and set one of these three top choices. If you wanted to print monthly, you would just click there. Now, internally, RadioWorks will keep track of what the date is when you print according to the frequency. So if you click on monthly, then it's going to say don't print your monthly until a month has passed. So it's always a good idea before you print to run a backup. If for some reason you don't like a number of the statements and they need to be corrected and so forth, and then you want to print the batch again, then it won't let you, so you'd have to restore the data. And it's set up this way so that if you're printing for some people every week, it won't print all of the invoices. It'll just print those that are due for weekly printing. So that's what these are all about. Now we're going to take a look at a statement here from this client. Let's see, we have to get in, save it first, and then we can print the statement. I'm going to send it to the screen. And this statement has been modified to show a particular sample station. And the data here is under your control. We have a client number of Alan and the today's date. We've got their name and address there. We've got station information, phone and fax and all that. Then down here we have a reference number that would be tied to these items here. What's been posted. In this case, there was an invoice of $1,628, and then there was a payment on the 8th of January of $8,300. So you go back here and you see the balance forward of $66.72, and then that invoice $1,628 increased that to $8,300, and then the payment of $8,300 just wiped it out. So you have a balance due of 0. And you can print zero balance statements only from the client screen. They will not show up in a batch. Now this is what our customers tell us. They do not want to have these zero balance statements coming out in a batch. They don't want to have to go in and switch them from monthly to none in order to avoid that. So we've set the program that it will not, when you print statements in a batch, print anything with a zero balance. You'll also notice down at the bottom we have a little aging analysis, so that it's either 0 to 30 days, 31 days to 60, 61 to 90, 91 to 120, or over 121 days. Of course, in this case, they're all paid up, so that's not going to show any information. And as I said, this statement will not print on a batch, but if you'd like to show them that they're all paid up, then this would be one way of doing it. But you print that directly from the client screen. We're going to take a look at another client here. This one does have a balance due, so let's take a look at that. And their balance forward was $17.29. Then there was an invoice for $209. The gross amount is $240.35, and then they had a credit of $11.59, and that reduced their balance to $7.79. And then we show them when the balance is going to be due. And then down here you see what the aging is, and it's over 121 days, so this is well past due in our sample here. So that's what this statement looks like. Now what we can do is show you where that would print. You go to Reports on the main menu, or the menu bar, then N&N Reports, and then you have Billing, and then you have, whoops, went too far. Under N&N Reports you have Batch Statements. Now the way it's set, it will print directly to your default printer with no interruption. So there is not a print to screen option at this time, so they will all print directly there. So again, maybe a good idea to make sure you're well backed up before you print that, and if anything goes wrong, you can restore the backup. So that's the deal on statements. Again, you can modify the statement to appear the way you want, and I refer you to the training video on modifying reports.